and welcome to Koopa's Flagging. No, Mike, we've already played it, so I wouldn't try to be playing the third, fourth, fifth round. Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to Awesomecallstrading.com. I just walked in the room about 25 minutes ago, and actually 30 minutes ago. First trade I took, walking in the room. I like to walk in immediately and just take a trade and make some money, even if no matter how much it is. I saw Coop breaking off the flag at 105.80. Told the chat room was going long at around 106.20. Stock ran all the way up. Took it. I believe I got 50 cents on the trade. Took my money and ran. Stock ended up running all the way to 108.80. So the room gave the room plenty of time to make a couple points. I tend to get out early on my trades. It's the way I trade. I enjoy trading, and I just want to get in and out. I always like to come back from a break and just hit it hard and make a few bucks. I do want to talk about our list this morning. I have to say, I did get up as normal. As you all know, I get up around 3:30 in the morning every single morning. And I live, breathe, and love stocks. It's what I do. I enjoy what I do every day. My job, I love my job. I love not only trading the stocks that I put out, um, I scalp trade. I'll either go long a trade, take a point, point and a half. I'm a day trader. I don't marry anything. My opinions are based on what I've experienced in the last 16 years of day trading. I try to teach traders my mistakes that I've learned over the years. I also, when you trade live with great people like this, you have to be disciplined. If things start to go not the way you want, you either add into it and look at it very carefully, or you pull it, reevaluate, go back in, and then nail the stock. Sometimes it may sell off just a little bit more. We had a scenario like that this morning that was kind of just came down on just a little bit more than I thought it would. But at the end of the day, it ended up doing what I wanted. Our trades today were just, to me, some of the most incredible calls. I don't even know where to begin. I mean, we started with CTRM with a 550 to 6 pull. Box, we said we'd go to long to 1675. Solely, we said go long to 1650. The stock would go to 20. Stock hit 2060 off of 1650. AMD, we said to go long at 28. Said the stock would go through 29. Uber, we said would come down about 41, then go back to 43. VTR, we said would go to 62.25 and then go up 50 cents. It did. Beyond was another great call we did. We said the stock would come down to 97.98, and I'll show you, and it hit 97.98. Coop, we said would sell off to 105 and under, then bottom curl from 114. MDB, we said would go to 132, bottom curl. This is going to be an incredible call when I show it to you. And Tesla, everyone know I overnighted, but I want you to look at the Tesla call this morning as well. And Tesla, I said, would probably pull at the open to 180. And then bottom curl and go all the way up for a long all-day move to the upside, and the stock hit 179.61. So I was off 38 cents on Tesla for a 10, 12-point trade. So it's going to be really hard for me to decide really what to show you, because it's one of those days that as a day trader, you kind of live for. You work, your craft, whether you're an option trader, a gifted trader, someone who just has a feel for the market. This is where it pays off. This is the day you shine. If you own a chat room like Awesome Calls Trading, this is the day that name becomes reality, because everything that you've gone through in the trenches, everything you've gone through, everything uh, all the losses you've occurred, all the things that you've learned, all the mistakes that you've done, this is the day that, I mean, you can showcase your talent. It's also a day that, you know what, I'm kind of up uh, on AMD, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see if it hits 245. Um, so today, I got to showcase my talent in pre-market, and please understand, when I'm in the room, the market's not even open for 30 minutes. And so what I'm doing is I'm writing down from the bottom to the top. I first come in and I present all the traders all my ideas. In other words, what stocks I'm gonna play today. I start at number 1 all the way down. I start usually cheaper prices, stocks, and then work my way down. Then as I work my way down, I have a couple notables, and then I begin, and I start typing from the bottom up. And I usually can finish 10 minutes before the bell, 8 minutes before the bell, and then I speak to everyone for 8 minutes and go over each play before it's set up to know what to look for. Oh, okay, I'm up. Okay, I'm up, yeah, on AMD. What do I want to do? I want to wait for it to push. It hit that candle. I want 45. I was up 60, and now I'm up only 10. So I'll wait. I saw it in the corner of my eye. I'm scalping AMD right here. Just so you know, you'll hear me sell it, and I want that 43 up here. I'm looking for 45, and I couldn't get it. I was busy talking to you in the webinar. I got it down here at 365 average, and I'm just trying to get a dime on it. So I missed that pop. Let's see if I get it again. Yeah, I'm just trying to stretch it up here. There we go. You know what? I'm up 30, 40. Keeps bouncing because the spreads are now 2 cents. So each one is $10. Oh, now forget it. Now I'm at pretty much even. I have to just wait. Anyway, next time I see it pop, I'm just going to just dump right into it. Anyway, so we had some really incredible trades. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to start with Tesla. Now, everyone knows yesterday I overnighted Tesla. I felt the sell-off was just too excessive yesterday, and I took long at 178. I wanted 177 to believe it, but I didn't get in time. But this one I called for 178 overnight, and I wanted to gap at the open in pre-market so I could sell in pre-market. And I went with 200 shares at around 178.20 average, I believe. And I woke up this morning and it was already at 182. I could not sell that early. TD does not allow me till 4 o'clock in the morning. I did not want to sell here, so I waited, and I ended up selling around 180, 130, I believe. And I started my morning with just about $600 in income. So it was great. I wish I could have held in hindsight. I would probably made enough money to really enjoy, and obviously, but I'm a day trader. If the money's there, I go take it. So Tesla was a great call. This morning's call was to go long at 180. I figured the stock would have a really nice day in it. I thought it would rebound exceptionally with the market gapping up and moving up and everything going great our way. There was no reason to sell into the stock. Again, I made my money. I like to keep my money. The stock ended up going to 192. I did call the stock to pull at the open to 180 and go long. That was the call today on Tesla. 180 and go long. And it should have a nice all-day move to the upside as long as the market holds. And it sure did. And I missed it by 38 cents. Wonderful call. Next trade we did was Coop. This was a wonderful call in the morning. Unfortunately, I could not locate shorts for myself on my platforms. But Coop was a great call, and it is continuing to be a great call. Off that 105 breakout, it is now almost 110 a share. And so on Coop, what I did is I told traders we're going to get a gap fill on profit taking. So keep an eye on that. I would like any pop at the open to be a short. I figured it would probably stop around the 112 area. And I said the stock would come down to 105 and probably bounce or bottom curl. And the stock ended up going down to 100. It was a great call to short. It actually hit 101. And I believe the Great Fire called long 101 area. And now it's back to 110. This is a profit-taking pullback. And really great call this morning to short the stock. Ended up paying the bills almost 12 points into the money. I'd be more realistic, probably about 10 if you stay with it. Okay, I'm going to sell this in about 2 seconds on AMD. I'm about to click. And 29415, 29402, 29. I'm just trying to, I want to see the spreads tighten up a little bit. Just a little bit. You see, I'm trying to get this last push. I'm kind of being crazy, but I want that last There we go. There's 4.2. So I'm going to watch the spread. It's pretty thick, so I can sell. See, it's only 1 cent off. So there's 4.3. Okay, I can sell those 42s. Okay, and good. Oh, just flashed. There it is. I got 42s. So I made a few bucks while talking to you live. All right, $50 less the cost of the trade, in and out. But hey, why not just add to it now? Now I'll probably, with my luck, the stock will go down to 29.50. Okay, it's it's what happens in here. All right, so Coop was a great call. And the reason why I wanted Coop to gap fill, it was up too much. They had mixed guidance. I didn't think it justified where the stock was. So I told the great traders in the room I would short this on this gap up and from where it closed yesterday. And this was just up way too much. And I figured it would sell off and gap fill. It had so much profit taking, it wasn't even funny. I figured 105 it would probably settle. Turned out to be all the way down here, bottom curl, and then go long. So it was a great call. The next one was MDB. MDB, okay, what you don't realize when you're day trading stocks, because unfortunately, again, I have to reiterate this, 99.9% of you outside of Awesome Calls will not trade at an MDB. You won't. All right. Most of your rooms want to keep everything very simple, stupid for you. And the reason is they don't want you to know more than they do. Okay. I am nothing like that. You hear traders all the time. I want to fish for my trades. I want to learn from what he can teach me. All these videos that are out there, you just from Palmer to Ollie to Mark and on and on. These are people that are just like, I want to learn. I want to be able to find my own setups, my own trades, my own ideas. And how can I do that? I need to be around a traders that's all they do. They find constant setups throughout the day or in the morning, pre-market, whatever. And when you do that, you have to look at every stock, all stocks, analyst calls, earnings, FDA, small cap, penny stocks. It doesn't matter. You can't be limitless. You have to be constantly learning the market. This is why we're so exceptional in here, because we have such a feel of the overall market. We know how the market's going to react. If we're up 200 points, we already know we got the gap ups. We're getting a small pullback. We're going to go long the stock. But what I want to do is I want to find stocks that go even further than that. Things that really, really can show you, what it's like to make money on not just the Amazons and the Googles and the AMDs and the Apples. Trading is much more broader than that. Or shorting a stock 57,000 times just to get 10 cents. I mean, there's no. What we do well in here is read through the news. MDB got an upgrade just a couple days ago from Citibank. All right, before their earnings came out at $150 price target. This morning, Needham comes out and says, we are buying into the earnings because we think it's going to have a strong quarter. They're giving you the signals that MDB is going to do well in earnings. So the stock was gapping up, very thin. My call on the stock today was simple. First of all, option players, I immediately told them when I walked in the room, buy 138 calls. Buy 138 calls, even buy 140 calls. Buy. Load up your contracts, whatever you got to do. Okay, the stock is going to move to the upside today. No ands, ifs, or buts. And you could see it was already 141 a few days ago. So the sell-off yesterday was a buying opportunity. That's why these institutions were pushing to buy the stock. Now I want you to look. See how MDB was written? Okay, MDB. I know this is gapping up 3. It's actually going to push at the open to 135. When it pushes at the open, wait for the pull to 132 and under, bottom curl it, and long it all day to the upside. You see how I wrote that? There's no wishy-washy. There's no what ifs. There's no it could. Wait for. No, this was straight up, no bullshit. You're going to get paid. All right? All you have to do is wait for the 135 at the open, scale in short, pull it down to 132. If you couldn't short the stock, then all you want to do is wait for the 132, bottom curl, and go long. Do you know what it's like to make 5 points? Okay, you ready? If you simply put a limit order where I told you at 132 right there, bottom curl it, look where it is now, almost 138. That's a 6-point trade, and you didn't have to do anything. You could have came in the morning, bought the stock at 132, 200 shares, set a stop limit at 130, risk $400, and come back in the middle of the afternoon, sell at 137, 138, and literally make $1,200 for the day with as little as $26,000 buying power. All right. The next trade that we did was Box. Again, this is earnings. You will not play Box in your chat room. They will not touch that. They won't even look at that. Do you know why? 99.9% of the rooms don't understand how to read an earnings report. Every single day I walk into this chat room, I want to teach something to someone, whether he's new, he's seasoned, or he's a pro. I want him to show him or her how to read through an earnings report. Well, today, Box, I read through the report. In 2 seconds, I knew exactly what to do. The earnings report was mixed, and they actually raised. I'm sorry, they beat by 2 cents, and they actually had mixed guidance. There was nothing really horrible about the stock, except it had an excessive sell-off. So I told the entire chat room, okay, long the stock at 15, add if it goes to 14 and a quarter, and look for the stock to go to 16.75 or more. Okay, that was the trade. So if you had 1,000 shares with 15,000 buying power, in other words, if you traded with Ollie, right? Ollie has what, 14,000 buying power? You could have bought 500 shares with $500 in cash. Do you understand that? With $500 on this platform, they give you $14,000 to work with $500. All right? You could have bought 500 shares, 600 shares at 15. It would have cost you 9 grand. And guess how much you would have made today alone on $500? That's right, a point and a half. You would have made $750 on $500. You can't deny that, all right? But you have to be in the right room to give you that kind of call and that kind of confidence where the stock is going to go. So now you go to the notes. Here are the notes. Box, mixed earnings, right? It's down 350. This will open and short cover to 1675. Do not short the stock. There is nothing in here that says short the stock. If anything, it says buy now and add if it dips to 14 and a quarter. The stock will go to 1675. There is nothing in here that says short the stock. And now you look at the play. AJ said don't short. Stock is sitting right now at $16.80. The next one, CTRM. This was a no-brainer. And it's funny. You look at all the trolls out there that are just dumbasses. I mean, seriously. Or all these guys that run 16,000 lines in between with channels and all this. No, stop. Stop. Stop trying to impress people. Okay? I said this stock from the get-go, number one pick. And do you know why people actually hate out there? Maybe our calls. Do you know why they hate? Do you know really why they hate? There's a saying. They hate what they don't understand. Okay? And that is the honest to God truth. Because they can't believe someone is that smart that can be smarter than the stock itself. They don't believe that someone can actually say CTRM is nothing but a sell-off. The stock will fade back to 550 today, in my opinion. I am the professional day trader. I have been doing this for 16 years. I read the report. I do not think this gap will hold. If you want to take short now, allow any little squeeze at the open over 8, but the stock will fade to 550 and under. Right? How do I know that? I simply go here. I punch up CTRM. Again, trolls hate what they don't understand. So they're laughing at you. They think you're stupid. You're an asshole. You're a jerk. You're trying to sell subscription. No, I ain't trying to sell anything. I'm showing reality. Here's the financial report, dumbasses. Read it. The shipper only made $30,000 more. All right, $300,000 more. That's it. That's all they made in 6 months. They made an extra $300,000. That does not justify a market cap double the amount. That's all you need to know. Okay? That's all I need to know. Once I read the report, and I read the report. So while everyone's chasing, I'm thinking short. I go over here and look at the stock now. And guess where it just bounced? That's right, $5.50. So if you had 1,000 shares short at $9, you just made $3,500 on 9,000. Okay, let's do another one. Solely. Again, a lot of your chat rooms won't touch this. They don't understand it. This morning, Raphael on his Twitter feed, which I follow, Raphael said that Soli had some PR. You have to know something about Soli. Former runner, breakout, smashed, went high. We all know that. So if you're going to have any kind of news, you're going to get a gap and a push. Because why? Because you're going to squeeze shorts out of their positions. I know this. All right? Trading 16 years. How do you trade it now? If you're already gapping up, which you clearly were, how do you trade it, AJ? Simple. You ready? I come over here. Soli was our number 3 pick. The stock will see 20 today. If it sees it at the open, that's great. Pull it back to 16 to 1650. When you hit 1650, bottom curl, go long and back up 3 points. The stock will go back to 20. Do you see this? There's no bullshit around this call. All right? If it pops at the open, great, short it. When it hits 16 to 1650, you long the stock. This was written down way before the market even opened. Bottom curl it, stay with it, go long for the day. Okay? Why? Because the PR that came out, it's a former runner, the stock's not going to sell off. It's not the way Soli works. All right? So now you go to the chart. Here we go. Here's Soli. Ding, 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 ding. It did not pop. Okay, didn't pop. Here's the opening bell. Then what did I say to do? I said the stock would go to 1650, right? Bottom curl, go long. 1650. It hit $16.48. And now it hit 20. You see how easy that was? Understanding the company, understanding the chart, understanding the historic of the company, how it trades on news, and being able to put a quality call out to everybody in the room. That's what we did. Okay. And last but not least, Beyond. Beyond was a beautiful trade today. It was all about the setup. Beyond had a Wall Street Journal article. I also told yesterday everyone to overnight Beyond. The sell-off was too excessive yesterday. Then the article came out and the stock gapped up. When I looked at it, I evaluated the stock only would come down to $97 to $98 and stay there and the bottom curl and go up. How do I know this? I'm a professional day trader. I know the stock 10 times better than you do. I don't need channels, VWAPs, EMAs. I know the stock. Okay? I saw the whole picture on a blank canvas in my face. This is a $97, $98 pull down, bottom curl, go long. You don't believe me? This was written down way before the market even opened. Beyond. Any pop at the open towards 104, scale in short, take it down to 97, 98, bottom curl it, long it, back to highs. It should be fun today. So, you come in the chat room, you like Beyond, Wall Street Journal, positive article, come in. AG said 97, 98. Okay, I can't short it. So I'll just wait for 97, 98. Pop at the open, didn't pop. AJ said long it, 97, 98. Okay, I'll wait for the pull. Ding, 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 ding. Bam. Guess where it hit? That's right. $97.80. And it stopped. And guess where it is now? $102. I mean, I can go on and on and on. I had a tough crowd today, so they didn't give me 100% on my calls, which is fine. But this was another call I called out. You want to see my AMD call? Look at AMD. AMD. Stock's going to pop, pull off, sell off to $28, bottom curl, go long. That's it. You see that? I didn't call it down to 27.58, 27.70, 27.64. I didn't say any of that bullshit. All right? I said $28 long the stock. When it hits, start longing it. And you know what I did? That's exactly what I did. When it hit 28 and it snapped under, bam, I was loading up. Here's the call. Here's the trade. $28 and under. Look at that. 27.90. How do I know that? I'm a professional day trader. And this is after I told everyone to overnight the stock from 27.70. So it was a win-win on both sides. Okay. And that's it. Those are about 8 calls I did out of 12, 13. I can go on and on, but I think you get the gist of what we did today. This is one of the most incredible, if not the most incredible chat room in the world. I'm going to do this again tomorrow, and the next day, 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 until it really comes on you where you understand it. And what I really suggest to do is take my pre-market list that I point out every day, match it up with my YouTube video, and just listen side by side, put your charts up, and learn from each trade. All right, they're all here, documented. I hide nothing. I don't change anything. I hold myself accountable. I have the room tell me what they evaluate me, because the most important thing is the client. If the client's not making money, then I'm not doing my job. If the client's not learning, I'm not doing my job. And let me tell you something. The minute you click that button, you become my boss, good or bad. All right? I'm not your boss. You're mine. Okay? So I have to earn your business every day, from day one, from the moment you walk in. All right? And that is Awesome Calls Trading. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining us. Take care. Bye-bye.